Here's a don't tell people what you're doing. Okay. Don't tell people the habits you're trying to form. All right. Do not announce it to anybody. All right. Because they don't know what the hell they're talking about. And they're going to think you're out to lunch or something. Right? Don't tell people what you're doing, because what you're doing is you're actually setting yourself up to fail, because people, they don't understand this. They don't agree with it. And whenever you say you're going to do something, it could be a habit, it could be a goal, because we have this fear of criticism and fear of what people think. When we announce to the world what we're going to do, we're actually setting ourselves up to fail. Okay. I think it's a good idea to keep your mouth shut. I love what Napoleon Hill said. He said, tell the world what you're going to do, but show them first. And so I wouldn't tell people what you're doing, because you're going to have people working against you, whether they don't mean to, but in their subconscious mind, in their brain, they got a bunch of things that they believe. And if you tell them what you're doing, even if they say they support you, their paradigm, their mental program's going, man, oh man, that Doug guy is out to lunch. Okay. And so I wouldn't tell people what you're doing, except if you can have an accountability partner with somebody that you know and that you trust, and absolutely and unequivocally 100% that they have your back, they want to see you win, and they believe in you. Now, there's a lot of power in accountability, but you got to make sure that you have the right accountability partner. You need to have the right person. Only work on 1 or 2 habits at a time. Okay. You're not allowed, if you're working with me, you're not allowed to work on more than 1 or 2 at a time. Clients go, can I add another one? I go, no. How about I add this one? I go, no. You can't add another one on until you get the first one going. Okay. It's kind of like getting plate spinning. You got to get one plate spinning and keep it spinning. And then you can put another plate on top of that pole and get that one spinning. But you've got to get one plate spinning first. So 1 or 2 habits maximum at a time. And so once you get one going, and it's just a habit is just something, it's automatic. You have to think about it. So when it becomes just automatic to you, most of the time, like brushing your teeth, well, then you can add another one in. And then when that one becomes automatic, and so if you have these, 6 or 8 or 10 resolutions that you want to make for 2023, you're only allowed to pick 1 or 2 off that list. And again, those 1 or 2 must be in line with what you want, or what your goals are, or your vision. Okay. And one of them has to be simple. You're going to do 2. One of them has to be really, really simple. So a very simple one, health-wise, you go, you know what? I am going to form the habit of drinking at least 8 glasses of water every day. Or I'm going to form the habit of drinking a bottle, this big bottle of water. People carry these big bottles of water around. Whatever it is, some very simple habit, you can win. Okay. Because the spin-off in your mind by winning is really, really powerful. All right. And so when you start to win, right, you get an endorphin boost, you get a kick, and it just builds up your confidence. It builds up your strength. It builds up your mindset. And so then when you take on a more difficult one, you're already getting some wins. All right. And so the last thing is gamify this, right? You gamify this and you get these endorphin hits from your own success. And so what I have people do is I give you an accountability scorecard, and we make it a game, right? This is going to be fun, right? I mean, forming habits shouldn't be difficult. Forming habits should be painful. Forming habits shouldn't be where you're punishing yourself. You want to make it fun. And so you gamify it, you give yourself a bit of a scorecard, and you start giving yourself points as you start to form these habits. And if you're working with an accountability partner, or you're working with me, then it becomes a hell of a lot more enjoyable.